Wale watu unakosa kuwasalimu barabarani ukielekea mashinani ndio watakaochimba kaburi lako utakapoaga dunia. Wale marafiki wako kutoka mjini watakuwa wanasoma gazeti kwenye hema, wengine wakisogoa na kuchati kwenye simu. Basi jifunze kuwa mnyenyekevu. Salia na Mwenyezi Mungu, kumbuka atatimiza ndoto. Jina langu ni Emmanuel Terer, mpige picha ni Film Hunter.
There is a huge opportunity for women to become leaders, a huge opportunity for women to share different innovative leadership perspectives. For one, we know that women are naturally endowed with emotional intelligence skills. Organizations gain a tremendous amount by having women in leadership.
Kibabii University politics has ended, and we already have the president-elect and who was already sworn in, that is President Dennis Baraka. Right here with me, I have the former running mate of the Pamoja Alliance presidential candidate, that is George Ochieng. I have his running mate here, actually Glory Nekoye. We are going to have a heated conversation with her on her journey in politics and everything on how he is going to help the government that is already installed by the commission and the students of Kibabii University. We want to hear from her everything about the election period. I am your host, Steve Brighton. Let's get to hear what she has to say. Madam Glory, maybe you can tell us more about yourself.
I'm Glory Nekoye Wangoho. I'm a student at Kibabii University, a third year pursuing Bachelor in Commerce, Accounting option. I'm the former female representative in the School of Business and Economics, and also in the last leadership, I happen to be the Deputy Speaker.
Oh.
I think that's it.
Okay, let's before we get to Kibabii politics, which has ended, maybe the topic today was women and leadership. Look at our country right now. What can you say about women and leadership, looking at the political state?
Okay, when you look into our country right now, you'll find out that women have sent themselves in that they want to rule the nation. Because there is this thing, they normally say, like, if we lack women in the country, then it's like we are lacking a mother in the home. Yeah. So like you can see in the case of Nakuru County, we have a governor who is a woman. When you go to Kwale County, we have a governor who is a woman. That means women are coming out strongly into this leadership thing. Yeah.
But why can't the women maybe given the top seats, that is the president and the deputy president? For example, look at the previous general election, 2022. 3 candidates, that is Wahiga Maure, George Wajakoya, and Honorable Raila Odinga, they all had women who were their running mates, but they lost to William Ruto, who is now the president, who was the only one with a male running mate. Don't you feel the rejection?
Okay, for me, I can say it's like the women have that perception that only men can rule, like in the top seat for the president seat. But we can break that thing. We can break that rule that even leaders, even women can come and rule. Because when you see in different universities, that is University of Kabarak, the president is a lady.
Okay.
UON, the president is a lady.
Is or was?
She is.
Okay.
There was a lady and they already elected another one is a lady. You find out that now girls are coming up in that thing to break, like only men can go for the top seat. Yeah. Okay,
let's get back to 2013 when actually Martha Karua was also on the ballot for the presidency seat. For the presidency seat, I mean. And she never got even 1 million votes. What can you say about?
Okay, maybe at that time, maybe she was trying to break that rule, but people could not believe in a woman.
Okay.
But if we can get into that point where women now we arise and decide now, like we are going for that top seat, I know we'll get a woman who is a president in Kenya.
In Kenya?
Yeah.
Okay, for like Tanzania?
Yeah, like Tanzania.
Okay.
Really right.
Yeah. So let us get back to Kibabii University. Let's talk about the politics of Kibabii University. How did you venture and get into Kibabi University politics?
Personally, I'm not a politician, but I'm a leader. Yeah, that's what I found out. Because before I entered into politics, that was in the last year politics, I was a candidate for nominee seat, and of which it was not that easy. It was difficult for me because people are pressuring you, go for this seat, you can lead us. But you come and think of it, you're not a politician. So going to let me say, for example, you're going to a class, you say comrades power, like it requires energy. It requires energy. Okay, the first time when I was searching for that nominee seat, it was a bit tiresome. I reached a point I wanted to give up, but then I just had to push myself, like I know I'm going to get this thing. So I had to push myself for that seat. They say politics is a dirty game. Now I've seen in this politics for this year. Now this politics, it was very, very dirty.
So before we get there, let us talk about maybe have you ever been a class rep before?
Yeah.
So that is what brought you on board.
Okay, I've been a class rep from first year. Yeah, from first year till now, I'm still the class rep. I was elected when we just reported. Yeah. So it gave me that platform that I can rule people, because I've been a class rep also in high school. The whole of my life in high school I've lived to be the class rep. So that leadership skills, leadership qualities, I got them. But again, when reaching to Kibabi, you find out that it requires politics for you to rule the people. Yeah, now that's where it's becoming kind of...
Ending up being a running mate of George Ochieng, how did you end up being there? Why just you?
Okay, personally, I was planning to go for the presidency seat. Yeah,
you wanted to be the Martha Karua of this time?
Martha Karua of this politics. But then, coming to share with a few people on ground, they were saying, like, it seems impossible. Because the person who motivated me to run for the president seat, we went for benchmarking in Kabarak University. And the way I saw a woman as a president, I felt really
inspired.
Good. I felt really good and motivated. So I was sharing with her, I want to go to be a president in Kibabi University. She said, you can be. You have to push on. But now you come to Kibabi University, when you try to share out with people, they are giving you that negative answer.
That it can't happen.
Yeah, it can't happen. And in Kibabi University, it's all about alliance. And when you share out with alliance, I want to be the president, they won't trust a woman. So he shared, but then they refused. So I had just to chill and go for the vice chairperson. And George came and approached me with a few individuals. I told him, let me think. But then deep down, it was a yes. Yeah. So he shared out with a few Bukosa people. The Bukosa now, I'm from there. Yeah. So I was telling them I'm going for the vice chair seat. They say, like, in our history, there is no lady who has ever gone for the vice chair. We normally go for the president seat. I decided to break that norm because I was following my heart, not following what the norm was saying. Yeah. That's why I went for that seat. It was a very difficult decision to make, but again, I thank God.
During your campaigns, and which is actually at the gate here, we still have the clips. You talked about the daughter of the soil, and you say that the soil is fertile.
Yeah.
So tell us more about the daughter of the soil, or the son of the soil narrative.
Okay, thank you. The son of the soil narrative in Kibabi University, it says that since Kibabi University is in Bungoma County, in the Bukusu land, now it has that norm that only the son of the soil, not the son of the soil are the Bukusu people, only the son of the soil should rule this Kibabi because it belongs in the Bukusu land. That's the norm. But again, you can't think of it. They normally consider the son of the soil why not the daughter of the soil? Because as daughters, we're just there to cheer the son of the soil. We have never been recognized in this soil. Yeah.
Okay, look at that.
That's
yes,
it.
you have said the daughter of the soil also need a space apart from the son of the soil. But why don't you think, what if another person also comes in? Because this is like tribal politics, if you look at it.
Yeah, okay, in Kibu University, it's all about tribalism. And if I was given that chance to lead as the vice chairperson, okay, that was what I was trying to handle. That was what my first thing to handle. It was to end tribalism. Because come to think of it, in your end, you find out that he's a Sudanese who is leading. She's not from Kenya. What if that norm in University of Nairobi, like if you're not a Kenyan, you cannot rule? That was like discrimination of persons, and yet we are after leadership. We're not after the tribalism or anything of the sort. We are after leadership. We want leadership because you can come and think of it. The time when Tyson was ruling, Tyson Muranda, he's from Kakamega, right?
Kakamega.
Yes, from Kakamega. When you check in his regime, Kibabi was on another level. That's the time we were on first year. Yeah, we were in first year that time. Kibabi was another level. Okay, as I was saying about Tyson regime, because Tyson is not the son of the soil. He's from Kakamega County. And during his regime, it was totally different. Kibabi was on another level. You will not see people crying, there is issue with security slots. Any opportunity given to Kibabi, it was given freely to everyone, equally. It was equal.
It was not ethnic based.
Yeah, it was not ethnic based. It was just free. Everyone in Kibabi could get that chance. But you come and see in the son of the soil, okay, the previous regime, the former, in the former regime, we had the son of the soil. How are things? Okay. People in Kibabi started crying immediately he entered in the office because things started going messy at that time. When you come to see in the regime of the son of the soil, the previous son of the soil, that is Etienne Kennedy, there is no legacy he has left behind. Are we still saying like the son of the soil should rule, and yet they don't know what to leave behind for the people to know, like this was the legacy of the son of the soil in 2022-2023. Okay, that norm is still there. That's why you've seen there is still the son of the soil in the current regime. That is Baraka Dennis. The current president. That is the current president. From the son of the soil. Yeah, he is the son of the soil. That's what they claim. Yeah, so we are hoping things will be different. It'll be different from other sons of the soil, to move Kibabi from being a matured high school to a university. And also to improve some of the facilities in Kibabi University, how things are being carried out. It will be in a standard form. Yeah, so we are trusting and believing that it will be the different son of the soil.
There are claims that these sons of the soil are being supported by the county government. What's the authenticity of this, according to you?
Okay, according to me, because they're coming from Bungoma County, now they're having that belief that when they stand out in terms of politics, they can reach out easily to the county government for support. But you can't think of it, not every member is there to promote tribalism. Others are also supporting other tribes so that Kibabi can move to another level. Okay. Because coming to this norm of the son of the soil, and giving out to other people who can lead, who are not the son of the soil, then we also feel the difference in their leadership. Yeah, but the county government, yes, it's supporting them. That was the senator.
Financially?
Yeah, financially, I saw it was Senator Wafula Wakoli and the speaker.
Moses Wetangula.
Yeah, Moses Wetangula. Those are the only two people whom I saw they supported them.
During the election day, there are claims that Senator David Wakoli, was here. Is it true?
Okay, the claims probably it was true, because on that night to the day of election, you find out that there were so many cars here outside the gate, and the Luya people chanting. They were chanting. Was it singing Luya songs like no? It's called what? No Mjaluo can come and rule. No Jaluo people from this university can rule, and no different tribe can come and rule them.
Okay.
It will be violence.
Because they are the majority.
Yeah.
Okay.
They claim they are the majority.
Okay.
Yeah, they claim they are the majority.
Yeah.
But then, that night it was so messy. Now, they believed indeed politics is a dirty game.
So tell us more about the dirty game politics. How dirty is this game?
Okay, the politics are very dirty because first, in the beginning of the politics, the beginning of election period, there were three candidates of our side, of Pamoja Alliance, who went unopposed. Who went unopposed. And these candidates, the plan for the other alliance was to hijack them, kidnap them and take them, I don't know where.
Did it happen?
It didn't happen. We realized.
Did you report it?
Yeah, we reported it because one of the candidates had gone to have her supper, and then while coming out, there was a vehicle tinted with black windows. Yeah, so it didn't happen.
Okay.
Our people came in to rescue, and they rescued her, and that's why we took them far away from this county for protection.
Then they came back on the day of voting the president.
They came back on that day, an hour to the election for the presidential seat. Yeah. Another side that the politics is a dirty game. You come, this politics, it was one of the toughest one. You could not predict who's going to be the leader. Because George Ochieng indeed is a leader. He came and stand out that strongly, and also shake the Bukusu land. On the day of Kamkunji, most of the people who were on that Kamkunji day were not students. They were hired. They were goons from other...
Hired goons? Yeah,
hired goons.
From the village?
From the village around Bungoma, who came to shout, to cheer. Because the moment you could see in that crowd, it was not... On Pamoja Alliance side, it was good. You could tell these are students. But on the ICU, I don't know. ICA, yeah, ICA, when you could see on their side, it was so different. That means, they hired goons. Because they saw this a toughest journey. They saw, this one, we are not going to let anyone stand on our side. So they went and bought some of the mpini. These mpinis are jembe easy. And now that one I witnessed that night to election. And there were two vehicles which came there at the gate. And while they were there, they opened it. Inside, mpinis are jembe in both cars. So you can imagine what could happen on that day of election, after election.
So what was your prediction of the use of this mpini Zajembe?
Okay, mpini Zajembe, for me, I know maybe they wanted to fight the other side, because how can you rule the son of the soil according to their norms? Yeah. Now they were armed, they were fully armed, maybe for war.
In case George could have won.
Yeah,
okay.
In case George could have won. Maybe they could start a riot. Yeah. And maybe by now we could be at home. We don't know. Because the school could have already closed.
So you thank God for this.
Okay, thank God. Okay, for me I thought, okay, I saw it was the will of God. Because I know this thing, it was for us. It was for us, totally. The way somebody could view it, it was ours. But then, maybe it was God's plan for the peace of Kibabi. Yeah. Things had to go the way it was.
Okay, on the final day of campaigns, where let me talk about the Kamkunji day. We had the two teams campaigning also, and there were riots after that.
Yeah.
What do you think brought that? The throwing of stones, different alliances at the school gate?
Okay, that was because of hatred and tribalism. Because you find out that, okay, after the Kamkunji day, we went with our people to Tuti grounds. We finished our campaigns. We released the people to go to their various homes. You find out that the people who are coming from this side to this side, there were people who live from sewage, like. Okay, when I remember on that day after the Kamkunji, we released our people from Tuti grounds, our supporters from Tuti grounds to their various homes. And when they approached the gate, the other team was there. You find out that the people who were leading for that fight to be there, they were the generals. Because people had moved for our supporters to pass. But the generals said, let them not pass. There is something that must be done. And that's how things started. Now people started throwing stones at each other, and the whole Kibabi was messy. It forced all the shops to be closed down for that evening. Yeah.
Whatever came in the next day was that there was a team of students who started preaching peace by walking around with the banners. What was your take on that? You also at the Pamoja side, because the majority of that team was from the ICA.
Okay, on that day after Kamkunji, the following day was the peace day, peace and prayer day. Only to find out that our supporters and our candidates from Pamoja Alliance were the only people who attended the event. So it forced the preacher to say, like, let us
How
wait.
sure is that? Did you attend it?
I attended it. We were there. Nobody from the Alliance showed up.
Okay.
We were only people from Pamoja Alliance. Now the deputy DM said, let us wait for these other candidates. But from Jude's side, he said that they called him in the morning and said that they're not coming for that session.
Okay. We
waited for them. The preacher finished the session of preaching. Now it was now time for peace walk. We were still only people from Pamoja Alliance. Nobody from ICA was there.
Okay.
We called them, and that forced the admin to cancel the peace walk, because if we are the only people preaching peace, what about the other team?
Okay.
Why are not there? Yeah.
Okay, let's get back to the elections. According to you, were they free and fair?
Okay, the elections.
Wait, before we get back, before we get there, let me talk about Napotea. You are a member of Bukosa, right? You also come from Bungoma. You are the daughter of the soil.
Yeah.
A daughter of the soil who ran away from her family to go and work with other communities, so that to break the norm of the son of the soil or the daughter of the soil. Any threats of life?
Okay, making that decision of not being part of your family and standing out to go to another family, it was not easy. Because I received threats before I made that decision. They're saying, like, we'll crush you. If you stand on our way, we'll crush you. Don't care if you're the daughter of the soil or you're whatever, we'll just crush you. Okay, that didn't move me. It didn't move me. I had to stand out with my decision and went ahead. Yeah, so during that time now, after making the decision, it was not easy. Because you could see, like, I could not sleep in my house. I could not sleep anywhere around. I'm off on. Nobody could predict my moves.
Okay.
Because of my security. It was that bad. It was very bad.
Yeah. So were elections free and fair according to you?
Okay, according to me, the elections were free and fair. But there is a point which it was not free and fair. In that part of Soe. Yeah.
School of Education.
The side of female representative, it was not fair, because at first, when they finished counting the votes, our candidate had won. But the other alliance, seeing that we are having more nominees than them, they decided to recount the votes. Our candidates had had won with over 60 compared to their candidates. But when they started the process of recounting, their candidate, okay, that lady, come to defeat our candidate with 15 votes. It is not logic. Now, at that point,
So, what do you think happened?
It was not fair.
What do you think happened? Because the first count, the range was 60. The second time, the range is now 15, and the winner is not the first winner.
Alliance, yeah. Okay, me, from that thing, it's something cooked. There was something that was cooked. Because it's not logic. It's not logic. Maybe the agent from our side was not that active during that time of the count, or something happened before the time they decided to recount the votes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Generally, what can you say about the previous elections that have just ended and the new government has been sworn in?
Okay, on that point, I can congratulate the team that has already won, and has already been sworn in. A congratulations to them. But then my advice to them is they should not be moved by what people pressure them to do, because past few days they elected a speaker, and according to the constitution, after the swearing session, there should be a meeting so that they can elect new members of the parliament. That is the speaker, the deputy, and the clerk. And that was exactly thing that was done. But during that process of electing a speaker, you find out that the speaker was from Pamoja Alliance side. That is Caleb Marenga. Yeah. Congratulations to him, by the way. It's not easy to go and get such votes. Good 13 votes.
13 votes.
Yeah, 13 votes.
Which means even the nominees from Pamoja from ICA voted.
From ICA voted.
Okay.
Yeah, so congratulations to him. And you find out that after now the news had gone viral that the person who is a speaker is from a different alliance from them. Now the president called out for a planned meeting. For a planned meeting now to reappoint, to re-elect the speaker, because he's not from ICA. From that point, it should like the president has not now read the constitution. He should read the constitution page by page, line by line. Yeah, he should read the constitution. But me, congratulate them.
So before we get back to the congratulatory message, you have just talked about reading the constitution, and first of all, you have said the sons of the soil presidents maybe are not at task, and this government has already started not being at task because the president is not reading the constitution. So do you think these presidents, the son of the soils, are really people who are oriented in leadership, or they are just placed there as projects?
Okay, from the viewing point, maybe they are pushed. Maybe they didn't have somebody who can be a president. Now they just appointed and say, now go for that seat. Okay, my advice also to the sons of the soil, before they elect anyone to come out as the president, they should at least tell the person to start reading the constitution, so that he can also be guided well. Yeah, because the way the things are being done, they're not being done constitutionally, because they're doing things out of the constitution. Yeah, so maybe before they appoint any candidate from the son of the soil, at least they read the constitution, so that the task for the speaker should be left for the speaker, the task for the president should be left for the president, the task for any person who is in that government should be left for according to the way the constitution has stated. Yeah, because if they don't read the constitution, it will bring conflicts in the government, and the government also can impact the students who are not in the government.
Yeah. So yesterday we saw you in an initiative that is the Silver Shield organization. Tell us more about that organization because we saw you having some projects there.
Okay, Silver Shield organization is an organization that has been running for many years in Bungoma County, and the CEO of the Silver Shield is Silver Julie, and she's just a youth, a very young youth.
And a student at Kibu University.
Yeah, a student at Kibu University.
Which year?
She's enrolling.
And
She's enrolling.
she's a new student.
She's a new student.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a new student.
She wants to start from year 1.
Yeah, year
Okay.
1. Yeah. She wants to advance her education, if I might say. Yeah. Now, this girl, she sat down and can think about an organization, because Silver Shield organization is a CBO, community-based organization. And the organization, okay, I've been a member in that organization for around 2 years now. And the activities that we have been doing in the community, we have been visiting prisoners. There we have that activity of getting a Miss Second Chance. Let's say, like, there is an event that happened in Busia prison, where there is this modeling activity. The prisoners model themselves, and then after there is a winner who is appointed, and now that person is called Miss Second Chance. Miss Second Chance for that prison. We have visited primary schools, because that is the adolescent stage and it needs more talks. Now we have visited many high schools, many primary schools around, and even outside Bungoma County, just for a talk, and also supplying pads. We venture into girl child. Girl child should be protected from being sexually harassed because she's searching maybe for money to buy pads. We offer free pads, for the community. Now she saw it twice, because she's joining Kibabi University. She can also come up with Kibabi University Silver Shield organization chapter. And that's why you've seen the event that happened today, because in Kibabi University they have 3 objectives. That is Wezesha Comrade Initiative. Wezesha Comrade Initiative, it's an objective that major on comrades, so that comrades can graduate happily. In terms of fees, she supports. If anyone is struggling in terms of fees, she chips in, and also the student can continue with their studies. That brings, in this case, like, it avoids that thing of deferring. Students deferring for 2 years, then after 2 years they come and rejoin, they continue with their studies. It's not something good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, now in Wezesha Comrade Initiative, it also comes in to cater for the basic needs of those needy students. There are those needy students who cannot speak, but through the Dean's office, we can get their names. We go reach out to them and also supply the foodstuffs that we have. Another objective for the organization here in Kibabi chapter is Inua Jamii. Inua Jamii, now that is for the society. Okay, I do business, and the key objective for a business person is should be giving back to the society. What are you giving back? Now for the Inua Jamii objective, we are now dealing with the boda riders. We are planning an event for giving them reflectors, and also offering that shades for them, for the mamambogas, for the comrades who are carrying out their businesses. Also we chip in, maybe providing shades, or also providing for them some cash to continue with their business, for their business not to die, to decline.
Thank you.
Another objective, the last objective we had is My Period, My Pride. Now that is for girls.
Okay.
Because you've seen, like, many students, many girls, when their periods have come, they won't attend classes, because some of them don't have these pads.
Okay.
We have worked with the society, and we find out that most students, those students who cannot speak, like, they are so needy, they cannot speak, like, they are lacking. You find out they are using maybe tissues, or they are using a piece of clothes, which is not healthy for the lady, because it can cause some infection. So she saw it wise for the event to be held today, which it was at the graduation square, where we had a education session where we educate the ladies about their hygiene, and also how to read the calendar. Then after there, we gave them some pads. With me, there is this box over here.
Yes.
We have given everyone in Kibabi University some pads. The pads were not enough, but we are planning for the second session this evening, so that those who didn't get can have their their pads.
Thank you.
And the organization here in Kibabi University, we have an office there at Delvik ground floor.
ground floor.
Yeah, ground floor. You can locate us from there.
Room number, you can maybe share everything
Yeah, we
at
can
the screen.
share. I don't know.
You can share right now.
Let me
Just
get
shika.
clear information. Yes, please.
Okay, so your final say to the comrades in Kibabi University and outside there, every Kenyan watching you tonight.
Okay, my advice to first in Kibabi University, the comrades, I would like to thank you for your votes on that day for election. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your motivation. Thank you for your messages, your messages of love to us, because it was not easy for this journey. But also we thank God for using you to elect our nominees, because our nominees from Sobe, from Kai, from Nasi, at least we got almost everything. We got almost everything. Thank you so much. Let us continue embracing peace in Kibabi University. Let not politics divide us. We are still one body of Christ. We should embrace each other with that love. We should end tribalism, by the way, because tribalism is killing us as Kibabi University. We should end tribalism and merge ourselves as one body, because we are all students of Kibabi University. Anyone can rule Kibabi as long as he or she is having that leadership skills. And to the Kenya, to from outside Kenya,
Outside the country.
outside the country.
Yeah. You can tell them because we have people watching all over the world.
Okay, outside the country.
Yeah.
Okay, all over the world. I would like to advise the women. Let us come out strongly and lead in these top seats, because as the way you follow this talk, there was this question that only men can go for those top seats, for the president seat in the country. I know we have those potential women who can go for this seat. Let nothing be a stumbling block to you, but stand out and go for this seat, so that at least we can have ladies who are ruling the country. Let's continue embracing love. Let's continue embracing unity in the country. May God bless you.
Okay, thank you. A nice conversation with the former running mate of the Pamoja Alliance presidential candidate George Ochieng. That is with Madam Glory Nekoye, a third-year student at Kibabi University, pursuing BCom. She can share her number. You can also reach her so that you can get the soft care, sanitary pads. If you are around Kibabi University and even outside the Bungoma County, they can also reach you. See you next week. We are going to have the Pamoja Alliance presidential candidate who lost to the current and sitting president, Derek Baraka. Next week on probably on Tuesday, we are going to be with him right here. It will be live on Facebook, but this one, keep tweeting, be with us. We are still here bringing you comprehensive.
You're a good soldier, choosing your battles. Pick yourself up and